Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. It is I, Sugar Diamond, and today I'll be doing a DIY Christmas LPS crafting. So I'll be showing you some easy or simple crafts that you can do for your LPS and dolls for this Christmas, or just for the holidays if you don't celebrate Christmas. So let's get started. The things you'll need are scissors, tape, any small boxes that you have, or you can use square shaped candy, which is what I'm using as the base of your present, and some wrapping paper. I'm just using the scraps of wrapping paper that we already had. So the first thing you want to do is pick out the size of your present, which this is mine, and you want to pick the wrapping paper that you want to use. Let's go ahead and use this little peace sign snowman one. And you want to just cut out a piece that you think will be big enough.
Since I am using a scrap piece of paper, there's these little, it's uneven. So I'm just gonna sort of trim it until it's into a rectangle, but can still fit the box in it.
Okay, now you can wrap it just like a normal present. You flip it over onto its regular side, place down the box, and just start folding it. Then you want to secure the tape. And pinch in the sides and just fold them. And do it to the other side.
There we go, everybody. So we finished making these presents, and they're a great size to use for LPS. And if you do ever choose to unwrap them, which you probably will, you have a little treat waiting for you. So it's like actual presents, but you know what's in them. The things you will need are some small beads that you can use for the light bulbs, some string floss, and some glue.
So the first thing that you're going to want to do is tear a piece of string as long as you want your Christmas lights to be. So here's mine. So you want to take a protective surface, and as you can see, I already started doing mine a bit. So what you want to do is you want to get your beads, and I'm going in a pattern. So you want to put a bead on the end of your floss or string or whatever. And what you want to do is you want to move the bead into not where you want. First you want to just put it somewhere to the side, so you can dab a little bit of the glue onto the string, and once you have that, then you can just slide the bead into the place where you want it to. And mine's a clear drying glue, so I don't have to worry about the excess glue.
And you just want to repeat this process. And after every few segments that you do, you want to stop and let them dry, so the beads don't really move around as much, and it'll make it easier for you in the process. For this next DIY, you will need some craft foam, a color of your choice, some scissors, some puffy paint. You can use acrylic paint if you want to, but I highly recommend puffy paint because it gives the cookie such a better texture and realistic feel. And this is optional, but you can add some glitter for sprinkles. Or you can also use glitter glue.
And lastly, you will also need a marker. I'm using a thick marker. because depending on the size of the cookie that you want to make, you're going to need a marker. So I recommend a thick marker for LPS and dolls.
And a protective surface.
Once you have all your supplies, the first thing you're going to want to do is to cut out a piece of foam. Now you can make this piece of foam as large or as little as you want to, depending on how many cookies you want to make. So here I have mine. I'm just going to make one. And you're going to take your marker, and you're just going to push down very, very hard.
Or at least until you see a little imprint of where the marker was. And from there you can just use your scissors to cut out the cookie shape. So just cut it out.
Once you have your little cookie all trimmed up, what you are going to then want to do is to place it down. And this is the part where the protective surface comes in very handy. And you want to grab one of the colors of puffy paint that you want to use. And you're going to want to pipe on very carefully. You may need to shake your puffy paint if it's old, but you're very carefully going to hold your cookie and just frost on it like it's actual frosting. And just use the little nozzle to scooch it around into the place that you want it to. Once you have your little cookie all frosted, what you're going to then want to do is carefully take your glitter and just very, very carefully just sprinkle it on your cookie. And yeah, that is what happens if you don't do it carefully. It gets very uneven. But you can just sort of move it around to get the glitter spread out evenly.
And once all of your cookies have dried, they will have some very nice texture to them, and they look pretty good. Okay, so my very last DIY is not really a decoration or a food. It's more of a clothing item, and it's very, very simple. The simplest out of them all. The things you'll need include a pipe cleaner, or multiple depending on how much you want to make, some scissors, an LPS for a model. So you want to take one of your pipe cleaners, and I'm actually going to take my green one, and you're going to want to cut it down to size.
So you just want to, cut it down to a decent size. And I actually already had this one pre-cut, so that was just some movie magic. So yeah, you want it about the size of your finger, maybe a little longer. But anyways, depending on the size of your fingers. But anyways, so once you've had it, the ends are going to be very pokey. So you just want to fold in just a little bit so it's not pokey. And do it to the other side as well. Just fold it in, squeeze down, so you have something like this. And then what you want to do is you're going to want to take your LPS right here and just wrap it around their neck, like so. And then you can just go like this and cross it over. So you have a little scarf. Isn't it cute? Yeah. Okay. So just want to move it to where you want it to be.
So here we have them in their little scarves. I just think that's a really easy DIY, and especially when the weather's getting chilly in the winter, it's really handy to have a scarf.